Hey friends, this is Rachel with Wholesome Handiworks, and today I just wanted to do a quick little get ready with me video. I'm at home, and today's just a no frills, kind of be like really working and doing sluggy, dirty things today, but still I want to feel like halfway human. So such is my vice. So I'm just gonna do a really quick basic look. Just about what I do every day, just a little on the lighter side. So just wanted to show you what I do, no frills, but in case you wanted to see like how you can maybe keep a really clean look, get rid of some of the discoloration and some of the things that you might be self-conscious about, and how to do it quickly and easily, and still keep the look really wholesome and natural and simple. So let's get to it. So I've got nothing on, my face is washed and moisturized, but that's it. And the things that I suffer with the most that I really feel uncomfortable about are my under eye circles. I think it makes me look super tired and I don't want to look and feel like that. So that's where I'm going to put most of my effort, is into my eyes actually. So this is just, actually decanted this. This is no longer a MAC concealer. It's actually some Derma Blend cream. But I just like it because it works really well as a multitasker, and I put it into here so because this otherwise a really big jar and it doesn't fit into my little makeup bag. So I'm just gonna put some of this under here, and also my lids are very see-through. Normally I would also put on an eyelid primer, and I seem to have lost it. So that would have been step one. My cheeks are a little excessively red right here, so I will bring this down a little bit. I do a little bit and then go back after I've done both. You want to be gentle under here. I know I'm like not so gentle, but you do want to be gentle with that skin and not tug and pull. I feel if I do nothing else than this, I feel at least a little more human. Okay, down on that little cheeky thing here. I'll go back and forth sometimes doing this with either a brush, like a very fluffy, I think it's supposed to be an eyeshadow brush, but I use it for concealer too. This is a pretty heavy formula, so I do want to make sure that it blends out. I'll also take this down to here. This funny nose thing happening. Meep. I also have a couple weird, see that thing? I don't even know what that is. It's like indented. But it's discolored and indented, so we're gonna take care of that. And a couple little splotches here. A couple things right there. Just trying to even out where things are not even. There. Okay, quick assessment. It looks a little backwards raccoony, right? Because it's a little too light here. In the mirror, it doesn't look quite as bad, but under here, see where, there's only so much we can do about that because it is physically indented. So there's only so many tricks we can play, but I will usually go back with a little brush and just where it is absolutely the darkest, trying to paint inside the lines here. That does help fix that a little. See the difference? Yeah. Precisely where that darkest line is without going out of the lines, if I can help it. If it's a little gloppy, I might just very gently blend that. But not go too crazy. So the next thing I'm gonna do, I do like powder foundations sometimes, like this pressed powder one by Laura Geller, because it's the lightest thing I can do. And I do have some oily skin too, so this just kind of helps soften out the excessive oil, but kind of marries everything together with very, just to kind of bring the tones together. So I'm going to start the T-zone here and work my way out. But going over the eye is real important. I might crunch up on the bristle there to get a little more dense, but that will help matte down what I did right there. And then also kind of blend the color so that even though this kind of like sticks out pretty obviously once this is matted down with the powder and that little bit of coverage comes on the rest of my bare skin, they kind of meet in the middle, so to speak. So I really don't need a lot. I do like how this mattes down, but isn't just flat, flat, flat. There is just the teeniest bit of a sheen to it, so I don't look completely flat. But the coverage actually is pretty decent for a powder. It is definitely like a powder plus. And I'm at the point where my neck and my face does not exactly match, so I'm gonna zhuzh a little bit down there too. My hair is weird, guys, sorry. Anyway, so that is that. And now just to add back a little bit of color. So I'm using my old Mary Kay compact. There's some shadows in here, and then I have the trap door down below that's supposed to be for like the brushes and stuff like that. I tricked this out. I put some magnets at the bottom so that I can use their magnetic pans. So I have a contour and a blush. I'm not going to contour today. And this is also a Mary Kay brush. It's like a tapered cheek brush. So I'm just going to tap that into my peachy color and then just zhuzh that on there and blend it out. I tend to aim a little bit high because there is a little bit of a sheen to it, and that will pick up my cheekbone without going crazy. I try to avoid getting stuff into this thing. Ugh, it's so annoying. Okay. Good enough. Sometimes in a pinch, I will also use this guy on my lid. This is a little peachy for my tone, but I'll dab that on there sometimes, just for the heck of it, just for speed's sake. Kind of just brings the colors together. There's a little bit of sheen to it. It's just basically like a very nude color, essentially. There's another one that I like using a little bit better, but it's just something. Then I'm going to go back top side, and I've got an assortment of colors. These are obviously the light ones. If I wanted to be fancy, you could put a little bit of light color up on top. I'm not really worried about that. Normally, I would also go back with that and just do my lower lid here in the corner, just to brighten it up a little bit more, just so that there's like light to dark. Anyway, not essential. Going back in with another Mary Kay brush. This one is, you can see, like a crease brush. And I'm gonna dunk that into, what do I want today? Let's do the purple one. I know it looks kind of garish, but I do sometimes like to just mush that in the bristles and get that even. And I go from my corner, okay, right, nice. And then just drag that back over a little bit. I know I had another video about this. The purple, I know, looks like a scary color that's very unnatural. But in reality, if you think about it, as far as your skin goes, purple's actually kind of a natural color that occurs. Yes, in bruising, I know. But it is still a natural color, and especially with, if you have eyes like mine that are on the green side, that'll really make them pop. And once it's all done, it really doesn't look that ridiculous. It looks actually quite natural, and it just gives you a little bit of a contour. So, is that even? My eyes are also not even. Most are not. So I have a much more exposed lid on this side than I do that side. So we can trick that. I can drag my crease color down a little lower on this lid, kind of shadow that so that there's like less lid showing. And on this side where it's not even, I'll go above the crease and kind of trick the eye a little bit. Anywho, not a lot, just enough to bring my eyes up and out. Just blend that in nicely. And without me yammer, it's actually pretty fast. So just a little bit, okay? Good. All right, so the other thing that I do, which I know is really not the most natural look, but it is what it is, I do use a wingy eyeliner. And I do that because I find that my lash line is kind of like droopy. So my eyes are kind of going down, and it looks sad and I don't feel sad. So this happens to be, what is this? I don't know, some El Cheapo like mechanical black pencil. You can also use, actually, you know what? Here, we're gonna do brown. We're gonna do dark brown. We're going natural today, right? So this is a dark brown. This one happens to be my Mary Kay. And all your liner is supposed to do is just mimic the look of your lash line. So where you see where my lashes go down, I kind of just want to make it look like a line as if it's going straight across. And I'm not going any further than like the center of my eye. But when I do that down here, hard to do this on camera, guys, sorry. When we do that, it'll give the impression that my lash line is straight across. It gives a huge lift to my eyes. And this is a funny angle. A huge lift to my eyes. I hope you can see that. I feel better. I don't know about you, but it feels like a facelift. And it's just literally just making the look of my eyes, just bringing that up. Not a lot of product here at all. You got to play with it with your eye shape. Your eyes may not need this because you may not have droopy eyes. Yep. Is that even pretty close, right? Hold on. Okay, that's pretty good. Sometimes I'll go back with an angled eyeliner brush and make that real precise. I'm not gonna fuss with it too much today. The other thing you can do if you're comfortable with it is to drop some of this into your actual the lash line and the waterline. Oh, awkward, okay. Because I guess my lids are a little thick, in the mirror, I can see my lid, my underlid up there. So by adding this in here, that gets rid of that skin look and makes it a little more convincing that it's just my lashes looking so voluminous and shapely. Sorry guys, this is terrible. Oh, by the way, I also like managed to pop a blood vessel in my eye. So I just woke up like that, don't know what happened. I don't remember coughing or sneezing or rubbing my eyes or anything or hanging upside down, any of the normal things I would do, but I woke up with a popped vessel, so that's why that looks a little scary. Sorry, doesn't hurt, I can still see. Okay, so that is the liner. That's good enough for now. Oh, I almost forgot. Brows, super important. Let me just do the mascara before I forget because I know I'm being like a scatterbrain. This is no frills stuff. Don't love it, but it's fine. It's supposed to be kind of waterproof and I don't know about that. Anyway, this happens to be black. If I had a dark brown, I would have used that for today. Anyway, not a ton. My trick for my eye shape is that because my lashes come all the way down to the edge, and that's again a kind of a sad line that I don't want to follow, I actually avoid these little invisible guys over there. I avoid them. I don't want to get product on them. And I'm trying to establish a new last lash, the one that's at just the perfect spot that when you wing it out, that it gives you that good little fan shape. So I'll put my effort over on this side here, avoiding the very end. You want to get your mascara into the base as best you can. Again, you're working on trying to make that lash line look thicker. Sometimes I don't succeed on this last lash. Ends up grabbing something I don't want. So you can always kind of like kind of swipe off what is not working for you. The lower lash line, up to you. Probably looks a little more complete having some on there, but again, I don't want to go crazy because I don't want full like blown spider face. So that is that. And before I forget, arguably one of the most important parts, if you did nothing else than like concealer and like eyebrows, I think you're having a good day. This is a weird thing. Okay. I've used all kinds of stuff. I have where do I have it? Brow gel stuff. I actually have lots of brow products. Pencils. I can't find it. Anyway, what this actually is, this is by Maybelline. It's color tattoo. This is supposed to be an eyeshadow, like a cream eyeshadow. It's a weird color. I had gotten it more of like a base type thing. Well, I kind of hate it for that because it just dries out really quickly. It's just kind of a muddy, ugly color. However, for my brows, you see how ashy my hair is? It's very hard to match. Most blonde brow products are very orange to me. So this is a good color for me, and it's a cream, and it's already very dried out, so I will use this as a Mary Kay brush. This is a liner and brow brush. Got the spoolie on this end, and then the pointy part on this side. Drag a little bit in there. Bangs out of the way, and just get the, you can see I'm like missing a chunk. Anyway, so it's gonna drag in a line. I like to go backwards here so that the concentration is at the starting point, and then it fades out to less product as you go. Brush it in, see how we're doing. We need a little more. Little bald spot, so weird. I don't know how that happened. Anyway. And we're just aiming for like right about there. I don't do too much in the front, but I just do want to make sure that the color is there and that it's even enough. Okay. Good enough. Okay. Quite a difference, right? It really frames the face. I know it sounds really cliche, but it really, really, really matters. It really does. Brows, sisters, not twins. This one does not have as defined of an arch, and that's okay. Again, I'm going backwards from that point, dragging inwards. My undersides here are a little sparse. So at first you might notice it looks a little crumbly, a little chunky, but once you brush, that will smooth out. And let's just fix that. Pretty good, right? Okay, so fix the bangs, fix the bangs. That's that. Okay. Again, I feel better. And lips are not my favorite thing. They're just not my strong suit, I don't think. But I should do something. Let's see, we'll do, this is another older style lipstick from Mary Kay. It's gonna dab on the teeniest, tiniest bit. But what I actually just like for a regular look is just something, this is e.l.f., super cheap, and just a lip gloss, and this is very nude. Good enough. Okay. We're done. Okay, so I don't have a watch on. I don't know how long that took, and I was, again, talking, so normally this would be maybe, I don't know, 5 to 7 minutes, and this is a pretty, like, you know, we got all the products on there. There was even some contouring on the eyeshadow and some eyeliner, but I think you be the judge. I still think this is a pretty natural look. I feel put together. I feel a little bit fresher, more alert, a little brighter, and more defined, but it was not super crazy. I do not have a lot of stuff on my face, especially on my face. I think I'm presentable enough for the day, so I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that helped. Maybe you picked up a couple tips, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here another day soon. Bye-bye.